Hey, everybody. Can you hear me? I'm not sure what's happening here, but hold on a second. Let me go out and come back in. Okay, hold on. Oh, it's small. That's why. Hold on. Give me a minute. Let's fuck. Oh, this shit. What did I do to it? Maybe I'm going to have to restart this. Give me a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Hold up. Can you guys see me? Or do I have to? Why is this not working? Now I'm back. Hey, everybody. Hi, AKA. Hi, Cree. Hi, Viva. Hi, Sherry Wine. Hey, Rabbit. Hey, Celia. Let me see. Hi, Tom. How are you? Hey, Nurse Jen. Hey, Jane D. So I wasn't even going to go live, but Janet Sue has a hair up her ass and she's being a pain in the ass. And these people do things to me and then they pretend like they don't do anything. So here's what's going to happen from now on. You want to call me Momo? I'm going to call you by your full legal name every time. Full, not the middle and the first. Same with you, Kendra. Same with anybody's name that I have. You want respect, you got to give it back. And then Rainbow mentioned my grandkids on in the chat, and Janet Sue pretends like she didn't see it. So Janet Sue, I will talk about your grandkids day and night, or your grandkid at day and night. And you want me to talk about what you said about your daughter? How you guys argue all the time? Is that how you guys want to go about it and pretend like you're not doing anything, talking about my family in your chat, and you pretend like it didn't happen? And then she goes to say, "Oh, I see my grandkid once a week." Well, Janet, you see him a lot less than I do, so shut the fuck up. I'm serious. You guys are the ones who start the same thing, this over and over again, and say that it's me. I'm not even. I had her on recording. I wasn't even listening to her before, and I saw Rainbow talking about my grandkids, and she totally ignores it. Totally ignores it. And then she says, "I can't see. I can't read every chat." And I'm telling you, it wasn't one comment. And then when I put that on my community tab, she's like, "Don't you dare talk about my grandkids." Hey, Linda, how are you? It goes both ways. Hey, Stephen. It goes both ways. I hadn't even mentioned her. I haven't mentioned her grandkids. I haven't mentioned her grandchild. I haven't mentioned her daughter. I haven't mentioned anybody in her family. And she's here. She was there in George's calling me Momo. And then, yep. And then she started in her chat allowing this Rainbow weirdo who is, you're lucky to God I'm not wasting my time finding you, Rainbow, because really you shouldn't be a teacher to anybody. To anybody. Talking about my, and then other people in the chat bringing up my family. And she's like, I can't read anything. Well, I can't read anything either. I can't read everything either. So now your family is my target, Janet Sue. If you want to continue that, I will do it to you too. It's that easy. Are you getting along better with your daughter now? Is she still trying to like always get you as a babysitter when she just wants to take off? Has life gotten better for you? You have to learn to respect people if you want respect back. I don't watch them either. I don't know why the hell I looked at the, I wasn't even looking at her. I looked at the chat. And first thing I see was Rainbow talking about my grandkids, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you? And she pretends like, oh, yep, didn't see that one. Didn't see Steven's comment. No, saw rabbits, but didn't see Tom. Hey, Night Angel, how are you? You know, she skips through the ones that she doesn't want to say. And then now that I said I'm going to go live, she dropped the link for me. How about stop talking about me and that's it? You don't have to mention my family. You don't have to say that if you see your grandkids more or less. You don't have to say shit about me. How hard is for you to do that, Janet Sue? Here's a link for you, Janet Sue. I'm not going to your shit, but you can come here. I'm not going to your shit. You're going to allow that in your chat. I'm sure as hell not going in there. And trust me, if I see that again, I will expose everything I have on you. So stop already. Move on to your content and leave me alone. I don't have any reason to talk about you at all. I want nothing to do with you. She's as mentally ill as Jen is. It's the weirdest shit ever. I don't even click in any of their lives. It's smarter than that. I'm smarter than I only recorded George because you know how George is. Stop talking about Maria's grandchildren and family. Yes, that's all I ask. Don't bring them up. So my family is the only one that can be talked about. And then she says, don't you dare bring up mine. Girl, if you're a grandmother like you say you are, you know better than that. Don't allow it in your chat. And Kendra, call me Momo again, and I'm going to be calling you by your full name. And the only reason I'm not saying it here is because you can strike the live, but I can put it all over my community tab. So grow up and do your own thing and act like adults. It's not that hard. Life goes on after YouTube. You don't have to drag people's family into it. And I don't want to, but I will. Because yours isn't better than mine. And then trying to figure out what times I work. George was saying yesterday, she should be at work right now. So I'm going to call, hey, Freeside, I'm going to call I'm going to email the president of the company or the whatever. And does the same shit. And Kendra was just doing the same shit in E11 in Janet Sue's chat. Don't talk about where I work. Because Kendra, I will find out where you work. If you want to keep talking about my job, I will find out where you work. It's not that hard. So leave real life out of it. It's freaking YouTube. Leave real life out of it. And Jen, I hope everybody and their mother drags you because that's what you deserve. You continue to bring me up when I haven't. You keep saying I stopped talking to your children. I've never talked to your children, not once. Not once. You're not a victim. Something that Sophie said today that really got me thinking. Jen is now playing Terry Time's lives, and then she'll play Jules' lives. You know why she does that? And she continues to play Terry Time. Nobody wants to hear Terry Time screaming, but Jen continues to play it. You know why? Because she has nothing else to do. She can't come up with anything to talk about, so she plays Terry Times. And at the same time, she's taking the little views that Terry Time gets. Well, it's not like nobody's going to be seeing her, but she takes those views away from Terry Time because she has nothing else. And then later tonight on a vertical, you can see how she cleans because none of us in this YouTube community has ever cleaned anything. Hey, Carrie, none of us have ever cleaned. So yeah, that's her content. How a hoarder starts to clean. Can you imagine? And she keeps saying the stalkers. Jules, my stalker. You don't have a stalker. Nobody here has a stalker. You guys don't even know the definition of a stalker. Maria! Oh my God, it's so annoying. No wonder people stopped watching her. She was playing Ann and Brooke right after their lives too. She has nothing else. She has absolutely, hey Muggsy, nothing else. Nothing. She does that because she has nothing else to do. And I told you, if you guys see a lot of those posts that I'm putting up of Clint and Tracy, every time she pisses me off before I click a live, I'm posting one of their videos. So if she gets pissed off that the the real Queen Tracy is on there. Hola, selfie Queen Cindy. That's because I'd rather put that than go live. The only reason I came live now is because E11 allows that in her chat, and then she plays victim, and she's like, "No, Maria, don't talk about my family," but she can about mine. Such a hypocrite. I literally don't even talk about her children or her daughter or her grandson or her son. Nobody. Um, and she does this shit to me and tries to play the victim. I'm so sick of these people. E11, you really should think about moving to Ohio because your mentality is right there with Jen's. Those pictures hurt me when I see them. I know, but I don't know of any other way I can get Jen to stop. I don't want anything to do with her. Absolutely nothing. Like there's not even a peace treaty. There's no conversation. To me, she's the scum of the earth. She's not a good human being. And who said it? Was it in Sophie? Was it in your chat that said somebody in your chat? I think said Jen was never mentally unstable. She never had that mental breakdown. It is who she is. Who the fuck is this person behind it? I don't know who you are, so I can't add you. I'm sorry, I don't know you. And the last thing I need is to get P-bombed. I've never heard of you. Sorry. Okay. Hold on, that person just threw me off. She was born damaged goods. She was. She hold on. Why is this person? Hey, Wiggy, whoever you are, I'm not adding you. I'm sorry. This is who she's always been. She had no mental breakdown. If you go back to the videos, I've got videos of her IGs from 2020, very beginning of 2023, 2022. She's the same person. But it does bother me, but I'm trying to understand. Sherry, I don't even play her videos. I don't play any of her lives. I don't want to hear it. Sometimes when I'm watching Jules and there's a part of it that triggers me because I don't hear it, so I hear it for the first time in Jules, I walk away from Jules and then I give it a few minutes and I come back in because she triggers me that badly. Because I can't understand why a person can lie as much as Jen and not understand what she's doing. She just doesn't understand what she's doing. I don't get it. She keeps playing the victim and she puts herself in that situation. And you be blue on your face telling her, Jen, don't do it this way. This is why people get like that with you. And she still continues to do it. And there's nothing you can do. If you were doing the same to me, I wouldn't know what I'd do. I do get it. She triggers me as well. Even when I said today with Siwa, when Siwa was calling me Momo, I started calling her by her real name. Or not by her real name, by her name and Donnie's last name, right? So it triggered her. So a normal person would say, shit, I don't like her to call me that name. So I'm going to stop. So when she didn't stop, I kept doing it. Because if you don't like what somebody calls you, then don't call them what they don't want to be called. But no, it turns around and they say, Maria's a horrible person for calling Siwa by Donnie's last name. It was in her. She had the power to stop it. She had the power to stop it, and she didn't want to stop it. So if you're telling me, so now I'm telling you, Maria, she does understand that she's doing. She just chooses to ignore you. Yep, she did understand. I know. Jen knows exactly what she's doing. She loves attention, good or bad. She doesn't care. She's spiraling, Maria. I do get it. It's okay. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. If Jenny stopped being ratchet and hateful, she would have nothing to live stream about. She has nothing to live stream about. I only come live 2 times a week. I don't think I would have anything to talk about if I come live every day like Jen does. Every day, bitching about the same exact thing. Reading about bullies, doesn't see it in herself. And then, hey, Lisa Marie, and then says stupid things like, Sly said this to me, and it's all tied in with Jules. You get it? You get it? You get it? Because Sly was in Jules. You get it? It's all tied. She sounds exactly like George. Everybody's tied in with everybody. We're all connected. We're all siblings. It's the weirdest shit. And if they and you tell her Sly has her own channel, Sly does what she wants to do, and she still blames it on Jules. There has to be a connection with Jules. I don't understand. And these people that say that they want to move on, E11 and Anne and everybody else who has said that they want to move on and can't, they're the ones who keep bringing it up. Cooch, play that video of my sister a million fucking times. I don't care. I don't care. You will never affect me. Your life is miserable on your own, darling. That's what you don't understand. And Cooch actually said the other day, which is what blows me away. I saw her make a comment that I wanted her 4-foot tall brother. How does that shit even come out of your mouth as an adult? How can you say that anybody would want your 4-foot brother as an adult? You know, you put your brother up for mockery when you say shit like that. Because nobody wants your brother. Or Anne saying, Maria wanted me, that's why she's like that. Anne, not even Dreamsicle really wants you. And they just can't stop. Jen's only content, though, she needs people to talk about her. Yes, that's it. She received kindness to undeserved when she came in the new communities and was told to drop it and let go. It would only eventually stop. She refused. I knew she was never going to drop it. She went into that new community. I'm the victim. I'm the victim. And I only went up there that time, and that guy was not the nicest. And I said, all we require is for her to stop talking. Stop talking about us. She can't. She can't do it. If she's not a victim, she can't do a live without being a victim. Hey, Ruski, look, George, I got a new mod. Come after him. Come after him, George. And then today I saw Star RRR. Star, you really need to have some type of surgery because you're either hard of hearing or comprehension is off. I didn't say I was gonna dox all his mods. I said I would dox one that's in there if she's okay with him doxing Cree. Tasting men. I know. And plus, ooh, Cooch. Your brother is just about as good looking as you are. Ruski's a mod, yep. George said he wanted to go after a mod, so there you go. Go after him, George. Go ahead, do it. I dare you. But George said threatening women in his post, like he's gonna come after them and do all this stuff to them. And all these other women in there supporting this. They're in there supporting George doing this. Many of these YouTubers have mental instability. I know. He expects to run her yap about everyone being fouled as can be, and everyone never mentioned her poor behavior. And it's never going to happen. It's horrible. Yeah, come on. Ruski's here. Go ahead, George. We're waiting. Come on. Who are you going to start with, Ruski or Steven? Because you like to go after women. You don't go after men. I'm behind, but I actually understand Jen does the stuff she does. I do not understand what, but I actually understand why Jen does the stuff she does. I do not understand her supporters and how they could be so incredibly naive and stupid. I don't get it. There's something off with her, and she seems to work herself on the weak-minded. She seems to work herself into their minds. It's like really dangerous game that she plays, and it's a scary game too because I realize how many people online are so weak-minded that they fall for this shit over and over and over again. Look at Kat, K-A-T, Kat. I got nothing against her. I don't. I have nothing against Kat, but she is so weak-minded. She comes into people's chat. She goes kiss Jen's ass. She comes into people's chat and says, Jen, this is blah, goes back into Jen's chat, kissing her ass. These are the people that Jen drags down, that believe everything blindly. Jen, yeah, you're a victim, Jen. You're a victim. She doesn't realize she's being manipulated. That's why I said I don't have anything against Kat. It's that Jen is manipulating her, and she doesn't see it because Jen can't manipulate somebody else. Let Jen try to manipulate Lisa Marie or Selfie Queen Cindy or Kyrie or Nurse Jen. She can't. She's got to go after people like Kat, like 111 or whatever his name is, like Brenna, like Brenda, who's back in there again, kissing her ass. She lost who, who was the two that left? Sherry and somebody else. Jane Lee. She lost them too. And I don't know how they held out. Or Sylvia. Sylvia, who works so hard and is always helping Jen out financially. Hey, Sherry. She's always helping out Jen financially while she busts her ass working because she's always working. And Jen's sitting on her ass, putting butter on her sink. George W. is a truly disgusting man who wishes he were a woman. That's exactly right, AKA. That's the problem. He wants to be a queen and he can't be a queen. So he goes after women all the time. And then George makes up this stuff about of Geneva. Geneva's done a lot. Geneva has done a lot. And so has Amber Sherrington. But he has Amber in his ear saying things about Geneva and giving her full blame for something that both of them knew about. And that's making him go after her on purpose. Jen's not moving anywhere. Those of us she can't manipulate and see through her crap. She can't keep us hidden, blocked, trying to shut us up. Yep, never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. And Jen, you can unblock anybody you want. I would never go in your chat. Absolutely never go in that piece of shit chat you have. Where's my block list? I don't know. No, it's on YouTube Studio. I'll show you. It's on the YouTube Studio. You can look through that one and see. I just don't understand. Like, now she's arguing with Deadly, William, and Amzie. Tomorrow they'll love each other. Sunday they'll all be mad at each other. So because you want, she keeps saying the same thing over again. Jules, you were okay with me. Jules, you were okay with me. She's like stuck on. Don't forget, Jeff even told her. Yep, she's stuck on. Jules, you were okay with me. Yeah, and it's our choice as a human being not to be okay with you anymore. If anybody chooses to move away, like I've chosen, that I don't want anything to do with her. Like there's not going to be any peace treaty. There's not going to be any. It's you stop talking about me, I stop talking about you, and that's it. There's no need to communicate about it. It's said like this, and it's over with. She doesn't want this. She can't do this. And like I told you, I'll burn my whole community tab with everything about Clint that I'll find. Everything. And then you can blame, and she had Clint, which I think it was actually Jen, send Jules $1 and say, stop talking about my wife. She thrives on this shit. Jen has nothing if she doesn't sit on that camera and open her eyes and bat her eyelashes and say, I'm a victim. I don't know what to do, but I'm going to read about being a bully, about people do to me online. George W. William and Jen loved Jules. Yeah. Oh, they would be in her chat in a heartbeat if they could. They would be in her chat in a heartbeat. And that's never going to happen. Remember when George was saying, all you guys have to do is message me and we could talk about all this and put it in the past. Are you crazy? Nobody's going to message you. It's very clear Jen and Clint are doing drugs again. Why aren't her friends talking to her about that? I guess it wouldn't help. Absolutely agree with you 100%. There is no doubt in my mind. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind. And she's like, I've never done drugs. Never. Are you kidding? Just by that comment alone, everybody should have walked away from her chat. Snorting benzos is not doing drugs. And that's the only thing she's ever said she's done. But we know other things, right? But just let's say we didn't know anything. Just snorting benzos. Does a normal person do that? George is so outcast he has to threaten people to talk to him. Effing pathetic. Yeah. If you message me, we can clear all this up. Bye, creeper. There's nobody needs to message a creep. You stay on your side and we stay on our side, and that's it. Only drug I've done is weeds and my meds. The video of her and Clint make it clear. Yep, it did. That's why I said in the beginning, I don't play her videos. I don't care who does. I just have never have, and I don't want to get stuck in that Jen shit. But I'll go to I'll support KK Sly, hey KK Sly, Jules, Sophie, Cindy, anybody who wants to play it. I don't care. AC, um, anybody that spit whatever, Jamie or the settlement, go for it. Knock yourself out. Louisiana, which is Paula, I don't care. It's come to the point where, I used to feel bad in the beginning, and now it is what it is. At least when you see it in anybody else's chat, and when you see it there, we laugh about it. We laugh at her crazy shit, and that's it. I'd rather see it that way than see it at Jen's going, "Oh no, I'm a victim. I'm so horrible. I'm just sick of all this shit back and forth." Back and forth, the same thing. And E11, I said nothing on you. Nothing. And you called me Momo in George's chat. So, yes, you are Janet Sue. And mention my family again, and you will get yours mentioned. I don't care if you say you don't see that chat. My chat respects me if I tell them not to mention your family. If somebody here says something about yours and I say don't mention it, they won't mention it and I'll delete it. You on purpose say I didn't see it. This time I took a screenshot. You on purpose say you don't see things. Well, since it's your channel, you should be able to control everything, right? It's not like you have a million comments going so fast that you can't see it. So if Rainbow wants to continue doing that in your channel, we'll have a family reunion here in mine. Okay, I went into Cat. Sophie's live asking why she wanted to know about your. So Cat asked Brandy about of KK's kids, is what I heard. Jen's own moderator dug her a hole today. Yep, she sure did. E11. I don't think she's really changed. I think this is who she really is. Then I start thinking like, why is she gotten so deep into this shit? Why is she so obsessed with this shit? And then she said, "Oh, I see my grandkid once a week, Maria, more than you do." First of all, it's a wrong comment, wrong thing to say because that's not true. And second of all, I said that if you don't take care of what the comments in your chat are, I didn't bring up your children until now. You want to bring up mine, I'll bring up yours. How is that wild child of yours? She's still taking care of her grandkid, or are you still doing it for her? Huh, E11? Because I can go back. I got everything I talked about to you recorded. Is that what you want? As I've been, yeah. Then I think about it. So I said, how can she have changed this much? I can't believe she changed this much. But then I think about it. This is the same woman who had a full ass board, not a little board, a school board, a huge ass board with stickers, with a sticky paper written about everything about JY, every little thing. And we thought it was funny because it was a joke, because it was it was just not. I couldn't imagine that every sticker, because if I put like that sticker behind that Christmas tree like I did, it's just a sticker and I wrote something stupid. But there was actually something written on every single sticker she had up there. Like those were notes. Hey, Leda, how are ya? Those were notes. Those weren't just made up shit that she just put there so people can laugh and see that it's just something random. Those were notes she was taking on him and posting on that board. If you don't think there's something wrong, hey Kay, yeah, it was a huge one, like a school one. If you don't think there's something wrong with you, if you don't like somebody and you pull out sticky notes and write something on every one about what that person has done or said, and then put it on a school board, like if you were some type of detective or in school, elementary school, is what it looked like. The board with labels, and it was the weirdest shit I've ever seen. The weirdest shit. And then Cooch was the one that was obsessed. Remember, she played every single live he ever did. Every single live. Every single live that he ever had done, she played it. And then they want to say that I'm the one that's obsessed. When I've yet to play anybody's lives. I'll respond to Jen when she does shit like she did that pissed me off when I saw it in Jules, and she said, Maria, stop calling my kids. And I'm like, I'm not letting you put that in the universe. I'm not calling your kids. Never even message them. And then it got attitude with the chat when she was confronted today. Chaos of Wally World. This is beyond ridiculous. Yep, it is. Okay, the person left. I don't know who you were, guy. But I don't bring anybody up here who I don't know. Stay warm if you have. Hold on. Let me see if. Here you go, Janet Sue. Since you threw it down for me, come on up here and explain to me why it's okay for people to talk about my family in your chat, but I can't bring up yours and mine. How is that okay? Because you went live before I did. I wasn't even going live today. You went live before I did. And that shit was going on in your chat. And then people were talking about it. So how is it okay for it to be brought up in your chat, but that shit's not happening in mine? And you say you want to move on and I'm the menace? Yeah, I respond. You're not going to talk about this bitch. Rainbow isn't going to bring up my grandchildren and expect me, high inquiry, and expect me not to respond. Who is she to bring him up? Who is anybody to bring him up? Nobody's bringing this shit up. And Kendra, do not, and I'm telling you again, do not talk about my employment. Do not bring out the 2020 Maria. Because if you think you, George, and Ann think that you guys can think and make up things about what my hours are, I'll pay you the favor right back. Can you imagine that you're on live right now? Lisa Marie is live right now. And then some idiot like Ann says, Lisa Marie, shouldn't you be working right now? Why are you making that comment? It is 5:06. Are you still here? Why are you here? I wonder if your work knows that you're not at work or that you're commenting about somebody else. And do you want to tell people that you work at the same company as your son and you stalked him? And that's why he doesn't talk to you? When he wasn't talking to you, you were stalking him through work and they called your attention because you were stalking your son at his own job? And you truly are a stalker. You truly are a stalker. Can we all be adults? And I know, I don't get it. Like George yesterday is like, look, Maria's been talking since 11 o'clock. She's been making comments on YouTube, 11 in the morning. So I think I got to call the president and tell her, yeah, go ahead. Go check my time card to what time I worked, to what time I was on here. Go ahead, George. Do it. I'd love to sue your ass. Like it's anybody's business. Right now, anybody commenting here or anybody watching, who knows if you guys are at work and who cares? Who cares if you make a comment? That's all they do is threaten, 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 threaten. I know. It's them. I know, Nurjan, thank you. But that's all they do is threaten people. She harassed her own son. Yep, she sure did. He wanted nothing to do with her. Whose kid is Rainbow? I don't think anybody claims Rainbow. She's just one ass weirdo who lives in her parents' house. Rainbow, do you live in California? Are you habanero? Who cares about that subreddit? Not me. What subreddit? Inquiry. Rainbow's nothing more than a troublemaker. That's all she is. And you know what? She's all tough and shit like this. So I went on IG and I messaged her twice. Cricket. Nothing. Nothing. That are listening while they work. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Hold on. Here you go, Rainbow. Come on down. Let's see if you want to say something about my family here. Oh, Bushwatchers, yeah. See if you want to say something about my family, Rainbow. I even posted that it says you are permanently banned. You know how I can get into Reddit if I do VPNs or whatever they are, and just like somebody had taught me how to do it back in the day with the old phone I had, and I've said this story a million times. All I do would get into an argument with somebody. They would take 20 minutes to respond, and within 30 minutes my account was blocked. Hey, pretty bird. So I couldn't respond back, and the account was gone. So I said no more. It's ridiculous. Why am I even bothering making an account to be blocked and then get upset that I can't respond back? So I never made accounts again. I can read it, but I can't respond to it. And that's why you'll see when I read something that I agree with, I post it on my community tab so I can respond, or I can show people what other people on Reddit are thinking. And then when I do that, they accuse that person that I posted the comment the comment from, that they're me. So we never win in this situation. No matter who it is on Reddit, if I agree with something, I hesitate sometimes to post it because that person will get labeled that it's Maria. The immaturity level here is so crazy insane. E11, come on, you wanted to come to mine. You wanted me to go to yours. Come to mine. I'm not going to yours. It's that easy. Stop talking about me. Stop talking about my family, and don't call me Momo, and I won't be calling your full name. You're just itching to get doxxed. That's what you're doing. And then to blame somebody. But I'm telling you, like I told Siwa, my name is Maria. If you can't say that, then I'll call you by your real long ass. Real long ass. Not real name. They call that a pussy ass move. Yep, they do. You know, you go ahead and keep doing it. I'm gonna be watching you, E11, because I'm dying to dox you. So use that word Momo again, E11. And if you guys see me write her full name on my community tab, you already know, because I saw a comment with her calling me that name. So don't assume that I'm just doing it for the hell of it. I'm giving her more than enough opportunity to change her nasty ways. And if her nasty ways doesn't work, it's so juvenile. That's why I said, if her nasty way, then we're all going to start calling E11, because once you start saying the person's name over and over again, you get used to it. So she will no longer be E11. She'll be Janet Sue. And if you want to just, it sticks in your head, then you know the full name, like Susie Bachata, Susie Bachata. We're just going to put Janet Sue in the full name. And then we will lose that calling her E11, and we'll all be on a first name basis. See how that works? You see how that works? Respect goes both ways. E11. Then I used to call Social Security, jobs, police, and so much more. They pretend to be innocent. Exactly. And they pretend to be innocent. And then Maria's the worst of the worst. I'm not going live about them or their family or nothing, and they still have to be in all the chats dragging me down. Drag me down all you want with my first name. Call me Momo and I'll dox each one of you one by one. Call me. And hey, Siwa loved it. Because I called Siwa's ex name for a long time. She just loved to be playing that victim at that time, huh? And I won't take it back. I won't delete it. I won't do anything. Respect goes both ways, and we're all adults. If you can't handle being an adult, then don't be online. It's not a big thing. You don't mention my family, and I don't mention yours. There's no reason to be mentioning anybody's family. And if you allow some punk like Rainbow, who lives with her parents, in your chat to keep doing that, then it's on you. Because I'm giving you fair warning. Let's do names. Yep. I'm giving you more than fair warning. And don't say Maria's looking for problems, because Maria was minding her own business today. And you're the one who started this, 11. Hey, Miss Lisa. So not only did she start it, she's like, and I see my grandson once a week. How about you? Oh, you want to talk about your grandson? Is that what you want, Sue? Janet Sue? Because I would be a little depressed if it was just once a week. You live that far, or you're not taking care of him anymore, like you said you used to complain that your daughter wanted to party and would leave you the kid? Doesn't feel that good, huh? Then don't do it to somebody else. Leave family out of it, right? That includes everybody, including mine. There's so much more in this community you can talk about. But there's not one person in here who would be okay with somebody talking about their family. So don't do it to anybody. If you don't want it done to you. He's over there until someone mentions her. I know. It just blows my mind that these people say, hey, she doesn't leave people alone. Or she's manic. Or she just can't shut up about us. And the whole chat, and they're all talking about, like, what? Are you kidding me? Nobody's bringing them up. They're the ones who keep doing the same thing over and over again. Look at Anne. The shit she did to Jules. Guess what, Anne? She didn't lose one follower. Not one follower. The people who love Jules, not Anne. And you know what? A lot of people said they didn't even bother watching her shit. Because they knew exactly what it is. When you're miserable, you click that live and you drag the shit out of people like Anne did to Jules. I saw the same person that that went to Genevra's court thing, all cocky and thinking she'd done something great. If that's what makes you feel great, looking up somebody's court records and reading letters like that, then you have a big problem. And if you want to just went on panel and saying that they knew all about Anne's family, yeah, and pretended to have details about the spouse and people who knew the daughter, and saying that she's talking to Carlos' family in California. And then I'm like, what family in California? There's nobody in California. Making shit up. Randomly making shit up. If you're talking to somebody in California, it's nobody related to us. And then Rainbow was the one who made up the Ashley name out of her ass, and people ran with it. And 11, if you want to ignore this shit, if you want her in your chat dragging me, I'll have a live on you and your family every single day. Because you have to respect both ways. Walk away from it, Janet. Walk away from it. It's not that hard. I'm more than happy to leave you guys alone. More than happy to pretend like you people are shit human beings, don't exist. I don't really go life on anyone. Don't do it to me. Right. And wasted hours on Jules' time. But yeah, you know what? Because she's jealous of Jules. That's what Anne is jealous of. I'm happy for Jules. Me too. Jules has a big following of people who care about her. And one of the things Anne said was that she took down my channel because she thinks I should start from the beginning, since we split the channel. We split and I kept the channel and she started 0. Tell me that doesn't sound like somebody who's jealous. Tell me that doesn't sound about like somebody. And Ann, I'm not going anywhere. You can take my channel, but you can't take my voice. And I'm not going anywhere. If that cat tried to get info on a plan as a plan for Jen, or was she acting solo? That seems very premeditated to make friends and give so much info, Jen. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if Brandy's still here, but I would think it was not a solo thing if she did it the way it was. I heard it was done, because there's no reason if I don't know you. There's no reason for me just to go up to you and her and Brandy weren't really close, and bring up KK's name and say, hey, I want to find out about her children. What do you know about her children or something? There's no reason a random person that you just met would just ask you something like that. So Kat and Jen dragged each other as a plan. It could be. They also allowed Habanero to continuously say call ICE and Social Security they shared, and they liked Habanero's post. Double standards are crazy. I know. They don't see it. They don't think they have a problem. I'm not listening to, and I can't hear that video cracked me up. It was so funny. That's exactly what people hear. Somebody was watching it yesterday. I was watching somebody's live, and one of the guys says, I can't understand a shit she says. Hold on. Who brought up it? Rainbow did, Ella. Rainbow did. And I took a screenshot of it. I sure did. I wouldn't be saying it if it didn't happen. Hey, Fancy Feast, how are you? You slow it down, you can understand. And she's just so unhappy. I don't even see the inkling of the Anne that I knew in the past. I just see somebody that's so miserable, like so unhappy with everything. Hey, Bald Cat. Yeah, we're having a get to know Janet Soon day kind of day. So I know it's the same Anne that everybody says she's always been that way. I didn't see that, but anyways, it doesn't matter because I'm glad I see it now, and I'm done with that. Like there's nothing good I can say. Sounds like Jen struck cat shit in. Sounds like Jen stuck. Oh, and see me, I'm stuck. She struck Sly this morning. Jen did. Doesn't she understand that Anne struck cat shit in her mouth? She struck Sly this morning. Doesn't Jen understand that it makes it worse? Sly just comes back 10 times harder. I don't get it because I've seen how Sly works, and Sly ain't at all like you don't want to piss Sly off. Hugs, Ballcat. Thank you. You don't want to piss Sly off. Hola, Janet. And she struck her again. I really enjoyed your dating streams. I hope you do more. See? They enjoyed your dating stream, even with Fluffy. Jen has zero. It's negative. Not even zero. It's negative, simply Sophie. It's so bad. I've never seen anyone with such little self-awareness. I've never seen anybody with such little self-awareness as Jen. I don't get it. And then you can waste, trust me, I've done it. Waste an hour or 2 hours trying to talk to her and tell her thing, and she agrees with you, and you're like, okay, this is gonna be good. She finally understands it. 2 seconds later, she clicks that link and it's gone. She hits live and it's gone. You can waste your time 100% talking to her, and it's gone. Ballcat, you have Simply Sophie blocked? Where is Ballcat? Well, she's up a little bit more. Oh no, not that much higher. She's got to check her thing. I hope she's still here, or I'll let her know. That's why I said it's not that it's not that I want anything bad happening to Jen. It's that I have no interest in her at all, good or bad. Like there's nothing. There's nothing, if they tell me tomorrow Jen won the lottery, big shit. If they tell me tomorrow Jen is homeless, big shit. It's no feelings, nothing at all. There's nothing. I found no good, nothing. There's not one single good thing on Jen. Nothing. She literally stands on there on her live and fixes her pants like if she's some hot shit when she's hitting 50 and should be caring more about her kids and wanting people to see her pants, and then she turns around to see if it looks good, and then she climbs on that thing so people can see that she's still flexible. It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen. She's like stuck on 12 or 15 or 17. There's nothing good came out. In fact, I do feel sorry for her family because it's not what I'm sure that what her family wants her to see her doing or being that way. But that's on her. But Jen, stop talking about me, and you won't see Clint all over my. And guess what? You can't even report it because he was on Love After Lockup, so you can't report Clint, um, Tracy, none of the shit I post. So every time I hear you talk about me and lie, I don't even want my name out of your mouth, Jen. I don't even want that. I'll make this a Love After Lockup channel. Just move on. Go back to coloring. Goodness gracious. Baldy comes and poof, she disappears. She was she here? Was she not? You never know. But anyways, I don't want to be. I just um Janet Sue triggered me with her stupidity. When you say she's probably checking. Oh, okay. When you say something like, I don't even see anything there, and you look and it's all over her chat. But Janet, your family is not more important than mine. Sophie is not blocked. Sophie, you see Ballcat now? Uh, her family's not more important than anybody's. Respect both ways. If you see Rainbow saying something there, tell her, don't do that here, Rainbow, because I don't want her coming after or saying anything about mine. That's it. It's not that hard. Don't mention if you have seen your grandkid more than mine or I see more than yours. Don't mention any of it. Bald cat, she says she doesn't see you. Hold on. Hold on. I got it. Give me 1 second. Sophie, click on that and and see if you blocked her by mistake. There may be a YouTube glitch. Yeah. Or are you on all? Am I? Oh, I'm not. I'm on top. All messages. Okay. It's probably a glitch because Ballcat has nobody blocked except Kendra probably now. And who can blame her? Maybe Sophie isn't on all members. It could be on all messages. I don't know who that weird guy was that came on earlier, but he's gone. I don't have her blocked. Okay, let me see something. Let me do Sophie's. Ballcat, look through that way and see if you have Sophie blocked. That's the only thing I can think of. And then if not, it's a glitch. That's the only thing I can think of. It could be YouTube glitch. Yep. If you are all chat instead of top chat. Why does it keep going back to top chat? Mine keeps going back. Well, I'm gonna work on my Jen parody. And hopefully I don't have to come back on here with E11 stupidity, because she doesn't want to come up here like an adult and say, "Yeah, Maria, you know what? You're right. We're no longer friends and we don't get along. And I don't think anybody should be mentioning your family, and you shouldn't be mentioning mine. You're right. And I'm going to make everything possible to have that rainbow creep shut up. And I'm not going to allow that in my chat." But she wouldn't do that because she's not capable of doing that. You know what Lisa Marie's this Chris solved this problem yesterday? How Lisa Marie and seeing each other. Oh, I don't know. I think I find Sophie's cats. Oh, Sophie, Ballcat can see you. So it's a Sophie problem. It's got to be a glitch then, because neither one would be able to see the other. That's strange. Hold on. The phone is ringing. Hold on. And Ann, stop talking about my job. I don't talk about yours. And George, I would tell you the same, but you don't have a job. I don't get how these people think it's okay to talk about other people's jobs. Nobody knows anybody's schedule. And to support people who do this shit every single day, eventually the other side has to stop at some point. What is the end game here? It's going too far. YouTube is big enough for everyone. I don't get it. They're like, Maria's never going to stop. Maria's never going to stop. And then they go into chat and talk about my family. Was that a smart move? How do you expect people to stop if you can't stop bringing them up? And trust me, E11, the only reason I saw your comment was because I was recording George. There's no reason for you to call me Momo. Unless you want me to address you with your full name. And I'm telling you here, not one single person is going to tell me not to do it when it's done. Because you can't call your police department and say she's calling me by a name I don't use. Because I'm telling you, don't call me Momo. And if you can't respect that, and trust me, by me saying don't call me, Reddit was going to go crazy calling me and everything. Okay, go for it. I'm on you, E11. You want your full name said? Then keep calling me that. And I'll address you that name for the rest of my life. Where you come to the point where you don't. Same thing with PMR. PMR, you never left this community. And if you want to address me with that name, then I'll address you with your full name. It's that easy. I'm not playing any games anymore. I want nothing to do with you guys. Just let alone babysit. Anne just said your family wasn't so perfect that her mom didn't just let anyone babysit her. She said you spoke about it on a public platform. It sounds like she is implying something personal. What the fuck is Anne talking about? That my mom didn't let anyone babysit her. What? You know what, Anne? Anne's problem is this. When I was talking to Anne when we were close, she would say, I would say, "Oh no, he got me this, and he bought me this, or we went here, or he went," and she's like, "Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, good marriage. Oh, that's great." So that's all she has on her in her messages. So her idea is now to say that that weren't doing good, and that there was problems, and I complained to her. So I welcome her to post it. I welcome her to post it because I've got the ones where I said to you that it was good, right? But when somebody's unhappy with who they are, and I'm not talking about her choices, I'm talking about the way she did it. I don't care who you love. I don't care who you love. It doesn't matter to me if it's a man, a woman, or anybody else. It's how she did it, and she lied. Because if you are going to come on here and criticize other people and say that we have no morals, you better be super clean. You better have nothing on you. And you can never come on here and say you're not a liar. I thought she doesn't do drama. Anne lives on drama. You know what? Anne thinks she made this great choice. But it's on you that you made your great choice. You're happy with your choice. And I'm talking about cheating on your husband, not anything else. You're happy with that choice, then go for it, Anne. Who gives a shit about it? I don't care. The thing is that you're not gonna lie on me. Yep, she would always say how handsome he was, and she seemed jealous. That's exactly what she did. That's exactly what she did. And she would tell me in messengers, "You're so lucky. You're so blessed. You're so this." So now she wants to turn it around and say, and make it sound like, oh, there was problems, and is jealous and envious of you, Maria. She sure is. And then she's like, "Yeah, I've never said that you're a better person if you're married. Never have I said anything like that." Some person on Reddit said that I said, um, you're better off if you're married. It's not. There's many people who are super productive and are super happy being single. Don't dish the ones that are married. If you want to be married and have a good and you're in a good life, don't say, "Oh, because you're single, you're she's putting you down." I'm not putting any single person down. Kudos to whoever wants to be single. But don't go dragging because your choice was to do what you did, Anne. Thank you, Cree. Don't go dragging because it was your choice to do what you did. And like I said, she said, "Oh, I didn't tell her because Maria's homophobic." Really? You want to go with that lie and say that? While even towards the end of our friendship, I was telling her go to counseling because I had no idea. And she wants to come back now and call people liars. When I wasted my time telling her to go to counseling and work it out, try working it out, try getting help. And then she'd be like, he came over and he moved these big heavy boxes, or he built something for me, or he made a dinner for me and he brought it over here. And I'm like, oh, he's trying. See, you should have gone to counseling with him. He's trying. Because most husbands, if you divorce them, they're like, ugh, get out of here. You just ruined my life. You just left me. And he was trying. So don't talk to me about morals and about liars. Don't bring that on anybody. And then she goes, I don't lie. I don't lie. I just started the relationship with Dreamsicle 2 months ago. Try 3 years. I don't lie. Hate that person. People like that. She's just as bad as Jen. That's why she defends Jen so much. Talk all you want, Anne. You're always going to be miserable. We're all doing life in our individual ways. That's it. Difference keeps the conversation interesting. Somebody who's single, it's not less of a person than somebody who's married. And I have many friends who prefer to be single than be married. That's an individual choice. But don't be making stories up on people because you had a shitty life, Anne. Don't be making shit up on people because that's not cool. Hold on. Let me see something. Give me a minute. Just 1 second. Look at this person, Tracy M, she wanted to be in Clint's pants, saying that because Clint said to me something in Spanish if I was flirting with Clint. Tracy, you took Clint to court. You were flirting with Clint. Who the fuck would flirt with Clint? Except another Hills Have Eyes women like you from Ohio. Amanda, how's your son Javier? Has he finally realized that you're as nut as she is, he thought you was? Like his dad used to tell him that you were crazy. I hope he got Xavier. He got away from you. Amanda can't even come back as Amanda Prayer Jar. She has to come in as Miss Liability because she can't come in as Amanda Prayer Jar. And trust me when I tell you, Amanda's mother is as crazy as Amanda is. Amanda's mother is as crazy as, yeah, Jay Today is around. I've seen her around. I've seen her around. Hold on. And well, next live, we're going to do a live on Lauren Marie and talk about her family. See how she likes it. When Anne announced she was separating, someone said, "You'll find another man." She said, "How do you know I want a man?" She already had, I know. And then now, before, Anne would just, if you argue with Anne, she would just argue right back with you normal. Now it's like, you know, you want me. You know that you have the hots for me, but I'm taken. That's all she comes up with. That's all she comes up with now. Like everybody wants Anne, or everybody now has decided that they want to be with a woman. It's the weirdest shit. And then we'll have a live on Prayer Jar and her how she created how she I still have the videos of her um in her fake seizures. And remember when she had those seizures on Instagram? Who's enemy with friends like that? I know. The whole 30-minute seizure. I had no idea about seizures at the time. And somebody told me after that there's no way somebody can have like a 20-minute or 30-minute seizure, that it wasn't real. Because I've never seen somebody have a seizure like that before that. And it was like a whole, I mean, it was long. I had a whole ass conversation with 911 over that shit. And they're telling me, no, it can't be a seizure that's taking that long. What's up? Hold on. I'm going to see something. Because I just saw someone make a comment. I'm going to look something up real quick. Let me see if I'm following this person so I can find it easier. Hold on. HIA. And then I'll tell you why I'm looking it up. Oh yeah, I am following that person. Whoa. My hero. Don't talk about me doxing. So that's why they were saying about Jay Today. She seems to have doxed Kendra. Jay Today doxed her. Amanda's seizures always came in perfect time to save her from some messy BS. Yeah, not only that. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that don't go back all that way. William pissed me off so bad, and Paula's we can do without him. Go away. I know. He's such a piece of shit human being. The amount of time I wasted on him. But so I know a lot of people are newer and didn't know all the way back to the prayer jar thing. I only knew her like really, really small amount of time, and I had blocked her. I think it was less than a month. Hold on. So hey Lori. So after I blocked her, she kept coming into my IG as different people, messaging me on IG, coming up with these crazy, crazy, crazy stories. I mean, beyond. I've never dealt with anything like that, and it was just the weirdest shit, and it all ended up to be the same person. It was all her. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I mean, a whole different, like, makeup, a different family, George type of shit. She would make up a family, children. That shit was insane. And then the very last one that finally it finally stopped when we went to court. Um, hold on. Hold on. Oh, okay. So the very last time she messaged me and she's like on IG and she said, "Hey, do you, I'm back. Do you remember me?" And then I'm like, "Did I forget something?" Like there's no messages from before. And she's like, "I lost my account and I had to come back using this account. Remember my father was sick, so I was taking care of him doing real life stuff and he passed away. And then I'm feeling bad because I don't know who this person is and or I can't remember, so I said, "I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry." She's like, "So oh, thank you. I'm back and I'm feeling better. I heard you're still having problems with that Amanda woman." And I said, "Yeah, she doesn't seem to stop." And she's like, "Well, honey, if there's anything I can help you with, anything at all, you let me know and I'll help you out." And I said, "Thank you." And then she says, "By the way, um, I sent you a follow request. Is that okay?" And then I said, "A follow request." And I said, "Okay, sure." And I ignored it. And then she came back about maybe 10 or 15 minutes. She's like, "Are you going to add it?" And I said, well, the only thing is that I'm so careful now because that Amanda person is nuts. And could you send me a voice message? I'm sorry, but I have to ask everybody that. Oh, fuck you, Kendra. She just wrote, "Mal Maria is threatening my job. I am done." Have I threatened her job? Have I threatened Kendra's job? See what I mean about these people? So then she said, "I'll have to leave you a voice message because I'm at work. So I'll leave it to you in a bit." And she never sent me the voice message, right? So then I said, "Okay, I'm thinking that's Amanda. It's got to be Amanda." So about a week passed by, a week and a half, and I you don't delete your messages. And that account turns into her account, her new account, with her picture on it. With her picture on it. So I go back in, I click on it because it's still on my messages. I click in it, and there's the conversation that I had with this woman, and there's Amanda's name and Amanda's picture. And tell me this woman is not normal. Do you think she left? And then all of a sudden, guess who's born after the restraining order? Prayer, Miss Liability, looking to blame you on the internet. Yeah, when did I threaten the job? She's like, "I'm done. Maria threatened your job." The only thing I said was that Kendra got doxxed. Not once, but twice by Jay Today. First she doxed her address, and now she doxed her phone number. And then Kendra said um all she did to Jay Today was block her. No, that's not all you did to Jay Today. You blocked her and then you cursed her out. It's so easy to block somebody that you don't want to see, and then even I can even say something like, "Okay, you're blocked, Laurie. Don't come back here," and shit like that. That's it. You cursed her out, said horrible things to her, and it triggered Jay Today to do what she did. Treat people with respect, and that's it. If Kendra had just blocked her and said, "Bye, Jay Today, I don't want you here," that would have been it. But she cursed her out. See, probably Kendra is not like you keep jobs very long, anyways. Yep. No, Maria did not dox Amanda's son's name because Amanda always said that it's his name. Yep. She's always called him by his name. We all know Amanda's son's name. She always discussed him. No mention of doxing Kendra's job. Nope. I said Kendra wouldn't like it. If Kendra was saying in my that I must have gotten off at 6 o'clock in the morning because I wasn't live, because I was live or I was on somebody's chat at 4 o'clock or some shit like that. She said, "Why are you talking about my job? And I can't talk about yours." But I never said I was calling Kendra's job or doxing her job. I don't even know where she works. But I don't. What I said was, I can't go. How would you like it if I would say like, "Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and Kendra, or 6 o'clock in the morning or 7. Kendra, shouldn't you be at work? Why are you online, Kendra?" Nobody likes people to talk to them like that. We're all adults. Yes. What did Kendra say that I said? Hold on, let me go back and check. How am I threatening your job, Kendra? Oh, wait, I gotta take a picture of this one. Hold on. Here, Kendra. See, they all want to talk about me. She says, "I can't hear you now because I am working, but I am aware I am hurt because some of you like Jay today. It's more okay. It's okay. Oh, because these people like Jay today, and Jay today docs Kendra, so she wants people to be mad at her. That's why." But she's literally saying she's at work. She's literally saying she's working. So she can't listen, but she's upset. Hold on. Yeah, nobody's gonna hate Jay today for you, Kendra. You know the way you treated her, the way you treated Ball Cat. Nobody's gonna hate anybody for you, Kendra. Absolutely nobody is. That's not how it works. Jay today, please put up all your old videos. She sure should. Oh, Laura Marie, I'm not afraid of you. Never have been. Never have been. You talk about my family, I'm talking about yours. It's that easy, Laura Marie. Do what you have to do. I got everything recorded. Jay today is my girl crush. Jay today, I love Jay today. I love she has balls. Does what she want. You people want to go after her, then she'll do whatever she has to. Kendra's on her way to getting fired. Yep. Wait till she starts her mistakes. Kendra exactly like Jen. They can't shut up at work. They can't shut up at work. You know, Tracy M was hitting on Clint. She thought that, and then now they're friends. Just like when Amzi was and Clint was in that back and forth, Tracy and Clint were back and forth, and now Jen is all okay with them. Now the people who don't want to hit on Clint, those are the ones that Jen thinks are stalking her. The ones, if you hit on Clint, you can be Jen's new best friend. Yeah, Laura Marie, the one who tried to mail her prescribed narcotics to see what that one. That one. Hold on. Look at Lack, the one who wants to be a woman too. Hey Lack, why don't you get together with George? Maybe you guys can have a nice, cute relationship. Because you're all in all the women's business. Lack. The fake therapist. What is it with these guys? Lack's not a therapist. George does not married to a dentist. They make up these stories on YouTube for what? Then you think it makes you look better? Tracy was definitely hitting on Clint. She even went to court with him. She wanted to help him out. because she thought that she would end up with Clint. Can you imagine? All these people from Ohio, it's the same shit. She wanted. Your name is Ida. Ida from Orlando. Hold on, I'm just responding to them. And then Ida got pissed off when I said Ida, but her channel, she said, "Hi, I'm Ida. Is there something in the water in Ohio?" I'm telling you, there's got to be something in the water in Ohio. It's like the hills have eyes. Like if your car breaks down in Ohio, kiss your ass goodbye. Don't stop. Run out of there as fast as you can. Lack, I'll look into your whole family if you continue. I have no problem doing that. And look at George. She uses Reddit at work. See how these people come up with this? They say it comes out of their ass. Say make up something. Is there something that says that you can find out if somebody's on Reddit at work? They make this stuff up. Is there something in the water? Tell me again how they are concerned for their health while doing this and acts like we don't care about you or speak to you about certain things and we don't agree with. Fuck all the way off. In fact, hold on. Let me go read Jay today. Oh, hold on. I know that can't get me in trouble. Copy. Here you go. For anybody who wants to see her community post, there's Jay today. George is a creeper stalker. That's what he is. Oh, look, E11 call me Momo. Oh, Miss Garcia. Why? Why, Miss Garcia? Why? Um, why? Hold on a second. Let me get this right. 1 second. Be right back. Why, Janet Sue? Tell me. Why, Miss Garcia? Don't be climbing on any counters. You guys put it together. She out of control. Such a common last name, too. Where are they all chatting? In hell, they're all chatting. We're climbing on any counters. So you guys put it together. Such a little chicken lover with a last name like Garcia. So common. Don't be climbing on any counters, Maria, please. Why didn't you play the song when you're reading my posts? They're chatting in Miss Garcia's chat. That's where they're chatting. E11's chat. Who would think that somebody as odd as E11 would have a Spanish last name, huh? Who would think that? But she does. Janet Sue. So much for JY looking for your information, huh? Didn't take JY. Fuck her and her respect. Shut up, Walt. I have the list. Wouldn't you like to know, George? You'll never know. A last name like here, in case you guys. I'm sure most of you know how to spell it. There you go. That's it. These people want a war, they'll get a war. I don't care. I could care less. Sorry, so late. Let things done here. The ice. Oh, not so hot here today. I'm so glad. I tell you. Hold on. I know Maria works odd hours, but yeah, my schedule's flexible. It changes all the time. I needed to know when. Yep. And I don't tell people if I'm at work or not. I don't have to tell anybody anything. Like nobody else here. I never understand why somebody would be in a chat and say, "Well, guys, I'm listening to you while at work." Don't say that. Don't ever say things like that because these people, that's what they thrive on that shit. Then they'll find out where you are and they'll send your work messages or comments while you're talking about them. I don't know why Ann says that, but she doesn't understand this. This is what Ann doesn't understand. If they take this channel down, there'll be another channel. Look at Deadly. Look at Deadly. Like Ann, if you think I didn't report your to your police department, you're hilarious. No, I didn't, Vault. Look at what Vault said. F you, Maria. Learn to respect people. Stop bringing up kids. You threaten E's family first. See how brainwashed these idiots are? Would I have gone live if E11 didn't let Rainbow do that shit in her chat? Would I have gone live? You see how they twist things around? This is what I hate about people. You know, be fair all the way around. You can't ignore Rainbow doing that in the chat and say I did it first. She says oh yeah, because Aunt talked to someone and we'll see. Why didn't you talk to your Chris and tell him the truth about what you did to him, and worry about it. Don't worry about anybody else. Why didn't you worry about your ex and being honest with him? I don't care. Janet Sue, you want to call me that? Call me that all you want, Miss Garcia. I respect it, and I'll call you by your full name. I'm not going to call you by any names that are insulting to you. I'll call you by your name. Did you ever talk to her ex, by the way? No, I never talked to her ex. All right, and I didn't call Dreamsicle's husband or partner still that she lives with, and I easily could have done that, and I would have. I know people would have said don't do it, but would have understood because she called my job, and I never did that to her. I guess you're a thug now. Can you imagine? Look at this. Rainbow says, and she purposely misstates it's her husband, extended family, and she knows it. Okay, go Rainbow. Go talk to the people in California. I want you to talk to the people in California who are related to my husband. Do it because there's no family members in California or anywhere outside of Florida. Unbelievable. You're really bored to pick on me. Don't get scared. Or I know you're not scared, but fuck George and what he says. This is what I always said. They threw this big 6 hour shit in Anne's live. It was just her Anne get views. These women know that George is a piece of shit. They know he wasn't going anywhere. They're okay with him harassing women because they need all the help they can get. And not one of these women are happy with who they are or with where they are in life. Why does Rainbow complain about being doxxed while often talking about you going real life on others? Legit question, please, and thank you. I've never doxxed Rainbow. Not once. I don't even know her name. Nobody's ever doxed Rainbow. That people have said that Rainbow is a teacher, she must have told one person, and it wasn't me, because I don't talk to Rainbow, that she was a teacher in somebody's chat. And everybody's run with it. Nobody has doxed Rainbow. Star, you know why I'm getting triggered? Because what was that lady's name that your husband had the affair with? Her name was Jennifer, wasn't it Jennifer? You see, he didn't. So would you like somebody to go around saying that your husband had an affair with a Jennifer? Did you guys know that Star's husband slept with Jennifer? Maybe we can interview Jennifer next time. See how that works? Star. Hold on. Let me write it so she can read it because Star is visual. Star's husband. A woman from work called Jennifer. That's how the rumor started. See how easy that is to start a rumor? Her obsession is weird as hell with me. I don't understand it. Rainbow, if you're going to be so tough, just answer my IG. It's that easy. Answer the IG message. If not, I'm not even being disrespectful in the IG messages. Go ahead, Rainbow. So yeah, Star's husband had an affair with a woman from work, and her name was Jennifer, and Star was really pissed off. But I was able to call Jennifer's family in California, and actually I called her husband's family in California. And yep, that's it. I don't think Star wanted anybody to know. See how easy that starts, Star? See how that is? You get some weirdo like Rainbow making shit up and you guys run with it. Star's husband was being catfished or dating websites and he took the bait. I think Brooke said that a while back. Yep, that's right. He did. And the girl's name was Jennifer. Where the entire family or Rainbow. Oh, listen, hold on. We know for sure, Rainbow, if she did know who your entire family or your neighbors, your friends you had back in the day would have been doxxed. She doesn't know. I don't know who fuck Rainbow is, and I don't care to know who Rainbow is. No worries about that. I'm not looking anybody up. I don't care about Rainbow or anybody else. But if you're gonna start rumors, then I'm gonna say your husband had an affair with Jennifer. See? And then you figure it out and you start telling people, no, but he didn't. He didn't. Then we're in the same boat. Rainbow is a preschool teacher. She said it herself that she lives with her parents and she's a preschool teacher. They'll take a comment like Rainbow shouldn't act like that if she's a school teacher and say, "Oh my God, they're threatening my job." That's exactly what Kendra just did. That's exactly what Kendra did. I'm out. They're threatening Maria's threatening my job. She literally wrote on there earlier saying that well, if Maria got out of work at 6 a.m., then I know why she would have made this comment. It's none of your damn business what time I got out of work. It's none of your damn business to come out of your mouth, Kendra. If you want me to respect your job, then you respect mine. Hey, Kat, no problems. This is what they don't understand. They're talking about, well, if Maria probably yesterday might have been on live from 2 to 5. So was it yesterday? Let me take down my notes. And then here comes the 11 with that stupid board. Monday, I saw her on live at 10 o'clock, in chats. And then Tuesday, it was from 2 to 5. And then Wednesday, I saw her at 1 o'clock. So could she have been on a break? Maybe no, it's too. I even saw her say at one comment, it's too late for a break. They're even trying to figure out what time I take a break if I make a comment in somebody's chat. And then she wants to go on there and say, I threatened her job. Where I said, the same way you find out about your hours, about my hours that you're trying to find out, I'll find out about yours. And that turns into I'm threatening her job. Is it me? Do you guys see what I'm saying? It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen. It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen. They're trying to figure out what time I take my breaks, or if I'm worked until 6 o'clock in the morning or not. Hey Sherry, yet I'm the one that's threatening her job. Okay, if they're all okay with George doxing, then why are they mad if you're doing it? Yeah, I'm only take it out on George, not on me. George does 100 times worse. Hold on. Amanda, go back to throwing yourself on the floor so your son save your can help you. That Amanda's son had no life. Can you imagine such a little kid and all she did was do that shit to him and make herself the victim? And all his life she'd be like, Savior, come here. I need this. Savior, come here. I need this. Savior, come here. Come here. Mom needs this. You're going to be with me, right? Stay here with me. Can you imagine? Like, I always grew up and I had my family grow up that you just have fun as kids. Kids will be kids. That poor kid didn't have it. And now she comes back as Miss Liability. None of their business, your job. I know. But then here you go, Kendra. Kendra, did anybody here see me threatening her job? Prove it, Kendra. Prove it. Yeah, Rainbow is 100% dangerous around children. The only reason she's hiding her name is because she knows it's not normal the way she's acting. She doesn't want people to find out where she teaches and then to come up and say that. Hold on. But yeah, Rainbow, you are a threat to children. You are dangerous. Yep. I wouldn't want somebody like Rainbow teaching my kids. Can you imagine? Give me a minute. I'm gonna post the comment that Rainbow said after. So because now they're saying that she said nothing. So I'll post it in the community tab because these people are all just liars. That's what they are. And if Janet Sue is gonna allow that in her chat, then I'm allowing people to call out everybody's children. How they get so outraged when Maria says a name, but they sit in George's chat and throw him a party. It's always excused for them, but not everybody better. But nobody better respond. Yep, I'm here sitting not doing shit to them, and I see George live dragging me and E11 there calling me Momo, and then she clicks on she does a live there, and then she has Rainbow talking about my family in the chat, and she's like, I didn't see nobody talk about your family, Maria. Nobody said anything. Are you kidding me? Is Star upset that her husband had an affair with Jennifer? I don't get it. Hold on. Of course, E11 didn't see it. Yeah, she never sees anything. She read the one before and the run after. She says, but she skips right over it, and then she'll swear nothing was said. Nothing was said. And look at Heather. She always has to put her 2 cents in there. Daddy's disappointment because she's stuck in her mentality like she was 20 and she's hot, even though she's no longer hot, which is fine because everybody gets old. But she has to always put in her 2 cents worth. Heather, look at yourself in the mirror because your pictures are showing that you're pretty Momo looking now. So be careful who you call Momo, Heather. She got the memo of what? Hold on a second. Give me a minute because I'm about to dox. Should I dox Ida too? Be careful, Ida. KK said, but true, everyone was what? Mean to me in Ballcat Live. Good. Hopefully Kendra never shows up at Ballcats again. That's why I'm saying I'm going to start doxing everybody who uses that name. I don't care. And if they have no problem with it, it's not doxing. I'm not giving away their address. I'm just calling them by their name. It's the adult thing to do. You want to call me Momo, I'll respect you and call you by your name. See, I'm a much better person. So I'll still respect Janet Sue and call her by Janet Sue and or Miss Garcia, whatever she wants me to call her by. Doesn't matter to me. Don't stoop to their level. No, I'm not going to call them names. I'm just going to call them out by their real names. I don't think calling out by YouTube name is weird. You know, she's not an E11. She's a Janet Sue. I'll still be polite. Her seizures absolutely did. She had the weirdest seizures. They went on forever. Shut up, Amanda, prayer jar. Shut up. Nobody's afraid of you, Amanda. You know, the sad thing is that Amanda took it so far that almost caused somebody to take her own life because of her. Because of her, she recorded somebody who was doing something illegal, and she recorded the person who was already down in her luck, who was already depressed, somebody who has depression. Amanda recorded her, and then because it's so important to put shit on YouTube, she played it live for everybody to see. And then, so whatever this girl was doing that was illegal, Wanda Steves told them to call them. Call them. They're not going to do nothing. So whatever this person, I'm not doing anything anyways. So who cares? Um, whoever this, whatever this person was doing, and Amanda was recording it. It was more important for her to play it on a live, so she can get her 400 or 500 views, than care about her friend who was crying about not wanting to get in trouble. That's what Amanda did. And then the joke, the stuff that they were doing was against me. That person that was calling me was doing something against me. And when I saw her crying because Amanda posted it on live and that could get her in serious trouble with the police, I told the person, don't worry about it. I'm not going to press charges on you. Who cares what Amanda does? We're all human beings. You made a mistake and I forgive you. I'm not pressing charges on you, so don't cry about it. And the next day, the person tried to take her life. And that's what Amanda did to that woman. That's what Amanda did. And that was a friend of Amanda's. And thank God the woman survived. And then the woman came back and made a video saying, because of her friends, not because of Maria or because of the other person, because of her friends, she thought were her friends, she almost lost her life. Because she begged Amanda to take that video down. And Amanda said no. Tell Wanda to make sure they tell how they were in corn bombing Maria. Yep, that's right. That's right. So that's what Amanda did. And that's probably why she's using Miss Liability now. Hold on. Amanda, listen to what she writes. This is so Amanda. This is Liability, right? She writes, Momo, you might want to check out who your husband is talking to while you're glued to the internet. This is who she always talked this way. The same shit. Don't worry, Amanda. I'm secure in my husband, something you couldn't secure with yours. Her husband left her and took off and married another woman because Amanda was always that crazy. Anyone over there that is outraged over Maria responding better not ever be in George's chat ever again, because she does the same thing. He does the same thing, only he will put out more than their names. He posts shit that he finds on them. He digs deep into people's family and he posts shit that he finds. And none of these women say anything to him. They're all patting him on the back like it's okay. I don't post anything on my lives. I don't show anything, screenshots of anything. I don't go looking into their court shit, none of that shit that Anne does, that George does, nothing. Yet they're outraged because I speak the truth, because I defend myself, because I said I'm here minding my own business and I don't want Rainbow or anybody discussing my family in E11's chat. But I'm the bad one, right? And she's going, what the fuck is Star talking about? Star, I hope your husband screams at you again like he did that time because that shit was funny. I gotta find it and replay it. I'm pretty sure I still have it. Isn't it well known Amanda's father passed away? Amanda's son's father passed away. I don't know, Brooke, because I don't keep track of that shit. Obviously, I'm not close to Amanda. I never was, so I wouldn't know her family history. Listen to Brooke. Even Brooke is in there. Like, how would I know if her ex-husband or whatever passed away? I don't know who's ex-husband or who's divorced or who's married or who's whatever. These people are so involved in this shit. Amanda, I'll talk about Xavier every day if you want me to continue. So she's doxing someone's child because it's her mine. It's an account. No, it's Amanda. Hey, Brooke, shut up. Just shut up. I'm telling you now. Why does Ball Star care if Ballcat is here? Because that's who Ballcat. That's who Star is. She's in everybody's business. Star is in everybody's business. Remember, Star is the one who messaged my ex-boss's wife. A wife, somebody who doesn't work in the company. It's like her husband's company. She's a stay-at-home person. And she messaged her and said, "Do you want me to send you links and stuff for you to see for something I'm doing off company time?" I'm not shocked that Brooke is there. Brooke, I sent in a complaint to the nursing board yesterday with clips. Oh, Brooke. Oh, Brooke. You're getting in shit. Why is she doxing Amanda's? What the hell? Oh, yeah. Who called them Star? I've got to find that video of her husband screaming at her. And then that's another thing. She said that Star said that I had doxed her husband and his family, whatever. When she had that account on YouTube account with Mims, they posted a video of my husband, and then I responded by posting pictures of both of them, both their husbands, and I'm the bad one for posting the picture because I should just ignore it and let them post the video. It's like never ending. There's no logic to these people. No logic. Unbelievable. Brooke has a mess at home she needs to sober up and take care of. Funny how they all turning this whole stream around. I know. That's what I'm telling you. It's like you're living in a twilight zone. These people have turned everything around. I literally said I want nothing to do with it. I mean, people would be happy to say if Maria had said, "Oh, these people, they used to be my friends and now I'm going to dox the hell out of them and I want to drag them through the mud and I want to talk about all of them every day and I'm going to show you guys what we talked about in screenshots. And then I want this and I want that." None of that I've said. I said I'm gladly move away and move on. And then I see E11 calling me Momo, and then I see her chat talking Rainbow talking about my family in the chat. So who's the one who doesn't want to move on? Amanda definitely is Miss Liability, 100%. 100%. That's why she won't talk. All messy home lives are boring. Victim's wrong. Funny how they all turning this whole stream around. They're all weirdos. Every last one of them are the same. Until this day, Anne says that Dreamsicle didn't call my job when Dreamsicle had already admitted it. And I have all the proof I need. I don't give a fuck what Anne says. There's no 50%, 16, 70, 99. No, it's 100%. And Dreamsicle admitted it on a live. Hold on. Look, Dreamsicle is jealous of Lindsay now. Janet is a neighbor you never want to have. Can you see why her neighbor called the HOA on her? Yep, I can see. This one is one big weirdo. She's just one big strange weirdo. I swear they live for this shit. I'm trying to do like everything I possibly can get to where I don't go to live. I don't do lives on Jen. Like I don't show her videos because I want to get away from these people. I want to get away from Jen. You know, I could do like a you know, like this that I've said I'm gonna do that, mocking her when she's cleaning and shit like that. But I'm not going deep diving into Jen and her backstory and all that shit. I leave that all up to everybody else. If I wanted to do just a mocking video, I'll do it. But these people, they're not capable of just walking away. I literally have shown that I don't even talk about when I go into somebody's chat. I don't mention Anne. I don't mention E11. I don't mention Brooke. I don't mention any Vault. I don't mention any of these people. I go in and I stick to the subject and I laugh at whatever is going on. If I want to do just a parody, it's a parody. But I don't mention these people. I don't even do parodies on them. And they still can't stop. They do and act like the perpetual victims. Yes. Some do not understand. It is not, is you cannot control how someone responds. When they're poking a bear, they will get a bear to respond. And that bear may just growl or the bear may attack and to stop poking. How is it that they don't understand that? This is why I stay clear of the messy females. I feel duped again. I'm highly disappointed in a few of them. Highly disappointed is an understatement. Okay, then prove everybody wrong. Prove me wrong. Drop the link for Miss Liability and let her talk. You know why you don't ask her? Because you know she's Amanda Prayer Jar. And Kendra, congratulations on Jay today for finding you. But don't lie on me. I didn't threaten your job. I said it's weird that you would be saying, "Oh, it's 6 o'clock, so if her job ended at 6, that would make sense why she's up," or some shit like that. Don't talk about people's jobs. You know, if it was my shift, if I got off at 6, or if I wake up at 6 in the morning because I had 62 and I had to go pee, it's none of your business. What does that have to do with somebody's job? Who's talking about jobs except them? George yesterday, I'm going to contact the president to tell him you were live from here. You were on chats from this time to this time. Bitch, you don't have my schedule. But that's okay because it's these people that are doing it, right? Or and why is she in AC's chat and it's 2 o'clock? Shouldn't you be working, Maria? So she's blocked. Hold on. Blocked where? Here you go. I don't know if she's blocked. She's not blocked here. Hold on. Let me see if I can unblock. Bitch. Let me see if I can unblock Miss Liability. Yeah, I'm gonna look in the on the. She's not on my block list. You're not blocked, Miss Liability. You're not blocked, Amanda. Amanda Prayer Jar is blocked, but you're not. I don't think she. No, Amanda Prayer Jar is blocked. Her account. Come on panel with me one day to prove we are not the same person. It's not hard to prove. I know it's not hard to prove. Prove me wrong. Just go and hear your voice. Let us hear your voice. Just like the same, like you tried to get, um, yeah, just like you tried to get into my IG when I asked you for the voice message. That's it. Fuck you, Tracy Mamone. You're the one who wanted Clint so badly. You went to his court thinking you were gonna win him over. You went to court to accompany Clint, thinking that he was gonna dump Jen for you. That shit is hilarious. Can you imagine? Tracy was gonna be Alice's new daughter-in-law. Can you imagine? Taking the time to go to because he was in love after lockup. She took the time to go to court with him. Who the hell wants Clint? I don't get it. She took the time of her day to take him to court and help him file a restraining order against Jen. And now her and Jen are okay, right? So then the people who haven't done shit to Jen, like me, gets dragged by Jen just because I don't want to talk to her. I didn't do it. I didn't go to take her husband by the hand and take him to court and fill out the restraining order. None of that shit. I wasn't comforting him, talking to him on the phone like Tracy was when Jen was in jail. Didn't even contact Clint at all because I don't give a shit. But the one who did this shit is the one who now is trying to say that maybe I had the hots for Clint. Tracy, you're as sick as Jen is. Amanda, you should know about that. By the way, did you guys know that? Okay, hold on. When I had gone to court with Amanda, she was ordered by the judge to get a mental health evaluation. Again, she was ordered by the judge, not me. She was ordered by the judge to get a mental health evaluation, which her mother said she would do. Her mother said she would do that. Because, I mean, you have to do it when you're ordered by the judge, right? We've all seen Clint. Yeah, well, I guess that's all Tracy could get. I guess, it's not like you have a lot of choice in Ohio. So I guess that she was serious. Kendra is always on here, so she's on YouTube at work. Stop worrying about when Maria's at work when she's doing it. Be careful that you don't get porn bombed. Nobody's coming up here. I haven't seen anybody. Now I don't even know. Hold on. No, there's nobody backstage. Maybe if you squint your eyes with the lights on, he might be cute. I don't think so. I highly doubt that. And honestly, from what you guys seen of Lack, does that sound like a therapist to you? Does he really sound like a therapist? This is why I tell you, people say therapists are good. Some of these people are worse than the patient themselves. And then people think that, oh, and this is what I've said this all my life. For anybody who goes to therapy, if you go to therapy and you find a good therapist, then good for you. But if you're unlucky enough to go to therapy and bump into a therapist like that, and you're in a bad place yourself mentally, somebody like him can screw you over because you're vulnerable. And it's scary. That's what I said. I always say, you know what? And I've said it a million times. Nobody, no therapist, no doctor, no anybody else is God. Think for yourself. If you bump into somebody like that in real life and he's a therapist and he tells you something that you don't feel like it's right, change therapist. Because sometimes these therapists have worse lives and worse mentally than you do. And he's a good example of that. He's a good example of that. Hold on a second. Give me a minute. The Giddler is in there. You know, the pervert, the one who likes little children, Jen Gidler, that one. The one that goes for the minors. She's such a predator. She goes in there and she just types in Maria diarrhea. I'd rather have diarrhea than be a predator. She might have gotten away with it or think she got away with it, but everybody on YouTube knows she's a predator. And she likes underage people. I wish those kids would have pressed charges on him, but from what I heard that they didn't have the best support system, or that kid didn't have the best support system, but it's still he still says that she did it. And you know what? Believe your children when they tell you that somebody touched them or said something that is inappropriate. And Jen was definite the same way she is now. Did you guys see the other day she went live with the little simp Clint, and she was in her bra, and she made sure to have the camera on, or her sports bra, and then put on the shirt after, like if she's getting dressed to go live. And the little simp Clint was okay with it because Jen is a show off and she just wants people to think that she's this amazing person, but what she is a predator. She's a disgusting predator. Hold on. I don't know if I could thought it would people would bring up Brooks' career to make these claims. Mac is doing the same, just my opinion. Yep. Hold on, let me look at them. Oh, look at this. Hold on, you know what? This is just wonderful. If this doesn't tell you guys that this is Amanda Prayer Jar, thank you. Thank you for that screenshot. I didn't catch that. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, this is good. You guys are so good. Hold up. Let me go back and get it. I'm going to take a screenshot of it. Okay. So remember when I told you, I have the paperwork still, Amanda. So I'll be showing it. Is when I told you that the RO, it said that the judge had ordered her to get a mental health evaluation. Prayer Jar, liability, wrote, Maria, you were ordered to get a mental evaluation. You didn't follow the judge's orders. Did you hear that? Miss Liability wrote that. I still have all the paperwork. Busted. Did you see that? Thank you for catching that. Miss Liability wrote, Maria, you were ordered to get mental evaluation. You didn't follow judge's order. I have all the paperwork. All of it. And now I will post it all. Absolutely, I was not ordered for a mental health evaluation. Only Amanda was, and her mother was with her, and her mother said that she would get it done. Her mother, in fact, oh, Tracy, shut up. Her mother, in fact, said to the judge, this is what her mother said to the judge. She just recently had one done. She doesn't need one. And the judge replied, I ordered it. So she needs a new one. And the mom replied, okay. And because I said that, Prayer Jar jumped up and said, no, Maria, you said that he said that you needed one too. And that never happened. Never happened. But see, Amanda, this is why you have to save everything. She just busted herself. I told you guys it was Amanda. Thank you for catching that. I told you guys it was Amanda. No, I didn't, Vault. Look at what Vault wrote. She said, Maria, you brought up E's baby because someone called you Momo. I'm dead ass serious when I think you have a neurologist. You're quickly forgetting. Vault, I swear Vault is like, I thought at least Vault had a little bit of smartness in her. She has nothing. I literally said Rainbow brought up my grandchildren. Rainbow did. and E11 allowed it. See how they twist everything around? What I did say was that I will call Janet Sue by her name if she used the word Momo. It had nothing to do with her grandchild. Two separate things. She said it on George's, and then Rainbow said this on her chat. And Vault turned it into one thing. See how stupid this can be? Left the tubes. Yeah, Vault was really gone, I'm sure. Showed who she's in Ann's chat. Yep, she did. So Vault, get it right. Get it right. If she didn't mention mine, I wouldn't mention hers. And I said, yep, you are dangerous. Dangerous as hell, Rainbow. Thank God you're not in Florida, because I don't think any children should be around you taking care of people's children. Shit happens every day like that. Hold on, Vault wants to respond now, but Vault, you're not blocked here, bitch. You called families, they call yours. I haven't called anybody's family. I will if I have to, and I've always said it. Just saying. Your chat is also saying they contacted Brooke's job. I haven't. I've never contacted Brooke's job. And Lisa Marie says she's calling Dreamy's family. That's on Lisa Marie, not on me. I don't I'm not responsible for what they do out of here. But I tell you what, I'm not letting them talk about anybody's families here. And if E11 wants to allow that, then I allow it in mine. It's that easy. If she wants to do it to my, if she wants to talk about mine, I'll talk about hers. Maria is doxing subs. She needs to be reported. Emily, Janet Sue is not a sub. Janet Sue is not a sub. KK, we can watch old videos tonight. Georgia is threatening to call jobs. So what's the difference, Vault? Yeah, Vault, what's the difference? George is threatening to call jobs. Yet you guys support George. You guys support George. Hey, Jen, go check Clint's phone today. It's important. Go, run. Check his phone. You might find something today. I bet you will. Is he working? Go find it. Go find it. Run. She would really like it. Your YouTube algorithm based on you watch. No, Rainbow, I haven't taken the time to look through my PayPal to see who you are, because I don't have to dox anybody that donated like Kendra did. If I find your information, it's not going to be through PayPal. Because what Kendra did was dox with the candles. And that didn't end up very well for her, did it? They support George. I know. By the way, never do I restream either liar. Never did. I heard that Amber was lying about that. Amber and Ann, they both lie the same. Same shit. They're both liars. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Where am I? Okay. Look at this. And I'm at 811. 811. And even if you knock it down, I don't care. The thing is that you're hated in this community. And you're just jealous that people don't hate me the way they hate you. How cocky she was up there reading she was mocking the letter, reading it like if she was doing a play or something. And it made her look like an idiot, or like the idiot that she is for reading that letter like that. Nobody gives a shit. We're still going to be in Jules' chat. Whatever. You proved nothing because not one of her followers even paid attention to your shit. Because you make no sense between that blah, 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 the way you talk. Nobody gives a shit. Jules didn't lose one person, not one person, but you showed everybody the idiot that you are for doing that. Just like you did when you, thank you, Lori. Just like you did when you went to court for to find out about Geneva. It backfired on you. Even if you would have gotten in and played it, it still backfired on you because it showed people that the person who's going real life on others is you, Anne. That's why, remember, I'm always going to remind everybody a million times. Remember when Anne would say, Maria's done a lot of shit behind the scenes. She's doing so much behind the scenes. And I'm like, what? Can you just name something? Can you show proof? Can you show anything that I'm doing behind the scenes? And anything. And then she would be like, yeah, tell them about the JJ LinkedIn. Tell them about the JJ LinkedIn. Tell them. And I'm like, I know sometimes I could forget shit. But for the life of me, I can't remember that. I can't remember. And I looked through the whole thing and nothing. And thank God that Jane D looked through her shit and said it wasn't even with you. It was with Anne. It was with Anne. Anne and Jane D conversation. Nothing to do with me. And she was blaming me, saying that I was doing shit behind the scenes. And then on that same conversation, she asked, what is JJ's husband? Do you know what he does for a living? Why? Why do you care? Why would you care what her husband does for a living? Why would you care who anybody does for a living? To find Jules Lair, yeah, dug more than someone in the U.S. to find. That's how miserable she is. How unhappy you have to be to go back to 2019 for somebody because you don't like them. Not even when Geneva read the court thing or found the court thing on me, did I say I'm gonna go find what I can find for court, anything that has to do with court for her, because I don't care. That's all they do is dig. And I'll say it again and again. All those lives, because everything that I had on that channel, I downloaded. I have it, all the videos are saved. So when I go back and look, maybe one day I'll find a good one and play it. So you see, when we started that channel, Anne did her homework. Anne pulled the stories. Anne did whatever she pulled out. Okay, we're gonna go after Sophie. We're gonna write. She write this. This is her husband. And I got this on her. This one, and I sat there like the idiot next to her, pulled nothing, didn't even know how to put something up on screen. And all of a sudden, and sometimes when she would post a picture, I'm like, Anne, knock it down a bit, because you can get the live taken down for a privacy strike. And she's like, I don't give a fuck. Let them do whatever they want. And she wants to turn it around like if I was, yeah, she's big trigger, I can tell. Good. She wants to turn it around like if I was this horrible person, as she's the one who was up there saying, I don't care if Sophie strikes me or not. I don't, and she would talk about information on her husband, like she got it from where? Where did she get it when? She would spend her days looking this shit up. And that's the life that she wanted. And then she turns it around and say, "Oh, the only thing that I'm guilty of is when I was pissed off and they didn't want me to come on here like I did now and go crazy." But speaking is not going crazy. It was only when they wanted me to go up was I allowed to go up there. And Anne wanted me to ask permission, a grown ass adult, when I can click a live to go on. Never heard of such stupidity in my life. Oh, and Miss Liability is Amanda. She gave herself up just now when I said that. And thank you for the screenshot so I can have that. You guys are the idiots who are blinded by this stupidity that Amanda's playing you all. You all hated Amanda, but you're covering up for Miss Liability. Hey, Mayday. George now says that you're Amanda, that you're Geneva. This is how crazy these people are. This is how crazy these people are. And look at Jen. How do you know that account threatens me? Oh no, Jen. That account threatens her. And then George is like, "Yep, it's Generva," and Jen's like, "Yeah, thank you, thank you." Also, I'm confused. Do they want a trafficker in jail, or do they want to crucify that person who helped lock him up if he's a bad guy for what? Yeah, they can't make up their mind. They just can't make up their mind. Main day is Missy Tessa. There you go. Anne and Amber both like to cheat on their husbands, and Dreamsicle too, because they are sure fast to defend them and say, "Hey, it wasn't a marriage. It wasn't a marriage. They're just together for convenience." Isn't that what a guy tells a woman when you meet a guy and he's married and he wants to really date you because you're single? What's the first thing they do? Yeah, now you're Geneva. The first thing they do, no, we're married, but we're separated. We're not in love. We really haven't been together for 6 months, a year. I'm working. Yeah, well, there's no relationship there, so it's not like cheating. So, it, don't you see that all the time in the movies, or when somebody gets caught? Isn't that the same shit? Or am I like not saying it right? Yeah, Geneva's white. I know. I know you're black, and Geneva's white, but George is never wrong. A reason to be a cheater. That's a reason to be a cheater. That's it. They make an excuse for everything. Now Geneva is black. Unbelievable. Hold on. Let them go on with it more. Hold on. You're right, George. Um, Mayday is Geneva, so I'm giving her a wrench because she is Geneva. You're right. You got it. You're so right. What can we do? George discovered the truth. Sorry, but you have to rock my skin for tonight. Uh-oh, hold on. Missy is my white twin sister. That's too funny. Hold on, somebody's sending me a message real quick. Be right back. Fuck off, Tracy. Fuck off. Hold on, this is gold. I think so. I think you're right. Give me 1 second. I'm just getting some hot tea. To the person who sent me that. Yeah, I think you got that right. I think you got it right. And thank you for that. Medea George. George wants to be a Heather. George wants to be a Heather. Oh, George, you will always be a George, not a Heather. Well, heck me, day. I want to be something preferably Halle Berry. I feel so bad for Ballcat. Kendra is nasty. She is beyond nasty. Do you see how she talked to Ballcat? And then she was screaming like, "You don't even work." People retire. Ballcat is already a retirement age. Like, are you kidding me? Kendra literally worked for what, a month, and she's screaming at people like that, and then saying, they support this. This is the type of people that they support. She curses people out and calls them the CUNT over and over again, and says the most horrible, horrendous shit, and they're okay with that because this is who they are. This is who exactly they are. Nobody in real life would talk to me like that. Why would I let somebody on YouTube talk to me that way? And why would I be okay with somebody on YouTube talking to me that way? Or be okay with somebody who I consider a friend, Ballcat, talking to Ballcat that way. Or Jay Today. Kudos to Jay Today, Kendra. Maybe if you watched your mouth, you wouldn't get doxxed the way you got doxxed. You don't talk to people the way you talk to Jay Today and expect her not to do anything. Screenshot this. She is threatening to dox me for no reason. I haven't spoken on her family or called her out. Everyone in chat, you will be next. Because I said Ida's name. I said Ida instead of Sweets. If you click on any channel she has on YouTube, and she's like, "Hi, I'm Ida, and I'm cook Puerto Rican food." Do you guys consider that a dox? If she says her name when she does on a channel, when she's on her cooking channel? These people don't know what a dox is. Hey, Geneva, Mayday, I can't even get a tan. Oh no, now you're double devising Geneva and Mayday. It's absolutely not a dox. It's the weirdest shit. It's like, are you kidding? You literally go on your channel and say you're Ida. How is that a dox? I'm telling you, these people are just dying to be victims. They so badly want to be victims. And nobody is they're all the same. It's like you've run into this Hills Have Eyes section of YouTube. What the fuck is going on? When you work for Look into Social Media with Clear Language. Good luck with that one. Her name is actually written on her videos. It blows me away. Be careful. You guys are next. Oh my God. It's like Nurse Jen. So I'm going to call her Jen. It's like, are you kidding? Her videos, she introduces herself as Ida. She even introduces her husband in there. Wasn't Elderly 11 done with the drama? Elderly 11 is as done with the drama as Anne is, as George is. None of them are done with it. Amanda is Miss Liability, if you need to know, Sweets and Beyond. Amanda is Miss Liability. And the funny thing is that Amanda makes fun of everybody's looks and then gets pissed off when I post that picture of her with one tooth. It's like, why would you make fun? Why is the need to make fun of someone's looks when you look like that? Why? Because you're behind an avatar? My name is Mayday. I live everywhere and anywhere. George has all the good info, and he's always going to show proof, and nothing comes out of it. I'll say it again. He's always lied about everything, and I have that proof to prove it. When he said when he went on there, APJ is just a butterface. When he went on his live and he said that I posted that RO on Reddit, and I'm watching him, and he has the proof, and he's going to send it. I'm watching him as I'm watching him. I have the proof in my hand already. that it wasn't me because I would never post it on Reddit, and I already had the proof that it was who it was, and he's still saying he's got the proof, and then Jay Wise in the chat saying, "Why would she do that? She can get arrested for that. I would never risk my freedom for by posting something on Reddit when I have the proof that he was aware of it and said, leave it up. This shit is real. It's like a game to them." And I said, no, enough with this shit. Enough with this lot with the lies. They want to run with their own thing and think they can get away with everything by lying. Hold on. Amanda, you must save a lot of money on that one tooth for your dentist, huh? I bet you it's probably free because he feels bad for you if you still have it. Just hanging there like that. Saying you have one tooth is not a threat. We've seen that picture, Amanda. And her mother is just as batshit crazy. But we don't have ROs on each other, so I can show you guys what the judge said, and I can show you the RO where she wrote all this crazy shit. I mean, the things that when you write an RO out, the stuff that you write, just like George wrote all those lines that he wrote, that I was in connection with Roadhog when I don't even talk to him, and that I gave Roadhog his information without proof or anything. The shit that Amanda was writing there, it was beyond crazy. It was beyond crazy. Saying that me and Anne were talking about, I don't know how Anne even talks to her, honestly. Saying about that we were talking about Starfish and her son and some sexual shit. And none of that, Anne said none of that happened. There's not one live of ours that had anything to do with Amanda's son or anything. And that's what she wrote in court. And when in reality, Amanda was doing all those nasty videos at midnight herself. Remember, she had D up there. Hold on a second. Give me a minute, because I'm going to have to do another little bit of dragging here. Does the chicken lady ever put her makeup on? I don't think so. And now my doc says my name is Mayday. Cree, I only said because Ken Rat really thought she was something else. Oh, let me go get the link for Jay Today for those who didn't get to see it. Because spread the love. Next time, treat her like a decent human being would treat somebody else. You don't have to like somebody to not curse them out and be mean to them. It's not hard to be a good person and not have to cuss people out like a teenager, and you're a mother and you curse other women out that way. And these are the people that they're okay with. They're okay with you just cursing people out. They're okay with George doxing all these people and threatening them. But no, that's it. Hold on. Mayday. Give me 1 minute. Time being. So now all you white family members need to come move to the country, get over with me. Where's Geneva? Did she leave? Maria, don't understand Kendra. That cracked me up. She's threatening my job, and I'm looking at like where? Where am I threatening your job? Where exactly? Well, you better stop pretending you're a good mom. We know your stories. We know your stories, Walt. I decided that while I was loading. Hold on. Maria, don't you understand? Kendra has the herpes. That's her problem. That sounds like a her problem. You're still live. Yeah, I am. I'm here bothering. I'm triggering the hell out of. Yeah, look, E11. You have this filter on that your whole face is just blurred. Take the filter off before you call somebody a Momo. Take that filter off. Go ahead. I'll wait for you to take it off. Take the filter off so we can see you. She has so much filter that her nose blurs into her cheekbones. Amanda, you're the one who the judge said you needed a 5150 or you needed to see a mental health specialist. That's exactly what the judge said, remember? Now she turned the camera off. Remember that, Amanda? And your mom said, but she recently had one. Who has who has gone through mental health evaluations and then the mom went there and said, but she just had one this year. It's like you do a breast exam or a yearly breast exam. She has a yearly mental health evaluation exam. I've never heard of that shit before. Because when Amanda's mom said she already had one a few months ago, I'm like, what? Like, I wanted to say something, but I couldn't, of course, because you're in court. And I was like, what for? That's weird. And then she said, and the judge said, okay, I'm asking her to have another one now. Then she said, okay, no problem. And she said she was going to do it. But it would be weird that the mom said, no, she just recently had one. That's because she's got a lot of issues. Same thing. Hold on a second. Give me a minute. Vault, you know what? You want to talk about my job? I'm going to talk about your job. How about that, Vault? Because I know where you work. See, this is what they say. These are the people who said that they don't go real life. You want to talk about my job? I've got your information too, Vault. Is that okay with you? Because you're not supposed to be talking about anybody's job, right? You guys are so much better than that. And look at Rainbow says, didn't she just talk about my job? You literally said you're a preschool teacher, dumbass. Hold on, I'm going to take a picture of Vault so I can use it as my thumbnail when I talk about Vault's job. Hold on. I'm going to use their comments as my thumbnails. I'm going to give each of them the amount of time that they want. That's a good idea. Here you go. George doesn't even work. He's a leech off his mom. George thrives on dragging women and trying to scare women because he has no life and he hates women so much. When the heck did you even mention her parenting? Hold on. Fuck you, Vault. Yeah, well, worry more about your son than where I work. How about that? Amanda, what happened in your childhood? Why did you ruin your son's childhood? Because of you. And did you know that? Oh, here's another one. Oh, thank you. Oh, hey, Amy Lou. I was like, who is that? Oh, cool. I've got to do some crocheting this weekend. I've got to catch up. But did you know that one time, um, and it's the stupidest little shit that lies were going on. She had posted on, Amanda was attacking me like she did all the time. And she posted on her community tab that she docked, wait a minute, what the fuck? Well, I'm not even talking about Tracy. She just said I doxed Tracy. She posted on her community tab that she had made some desserts, brownies or cookies or some shit like that for her son's school, and posted the picture of it and said that she had a good time making it with her mom and her sister, right? And then somebody who's following her on Facebook, they must be watching another live. Somebody who's following on Facebook or something saw the same picture, that it was her sister's picture. So they sent it to me. So then she went on her sister's Facebook. Her sister had made baking some cookies or some shit. And Amanda took that picture and pretended like it was hers and said that she had made it for her son's school. Can you imagine? Said that she had a same exact picture, same table, same everything. It was from her sister's Facebook. And she was putting it off as her own. Called Tracy for help. And no, Clint says that Tracy reached out to him for help, that she would help him. Why is Tracy reaching out to Clint? Why would Tracy reach out to Clint? Because he didn't even contact her. She contacted him. That she lived nearby and she could help him get a restraining order against Jen. And now they're friends. Go figure. I wouldn't help Clint get a restraining order on Jen. And I don't even like Jen. That Tracy not only helped him fill it out, she held his hand and took him to the courthouse. And now they're like, it's all good. We're good. Yeah, don't worry. We're good today. But the people who don't know, who haven't done shit to her, because I haven't gone real life on her. I didn't contact her children. I have not talked to any of them. That shit. The only time I messaged Alice was when she decided to give that information to that those men. That was it. And now she's okay with Tracy, and she's okay with she was okay with Amzi, the two people who wanted her man. And then it's all okay. This is the worst community. It's so messed up. So if you want Jen's man, she'll be your best friend. But you gotta try going after Clint, and that's a hard pill to swallow. Like that dollar that he sent to Jules, that was Jen doing it on his phone. That was it. That was it. And then you have Vault, who thinks she's like the moral authority of shit, driving by Jules' house, threatening. And with her son in the car, Mother of the Year award, with her son in the car, driving by Jules' house, and then posting it because she's a Billy badass. Posting it on her community tab, on her shorts, that she was driving through Jules. What were you gonna do? What can you have done besides drive through there? Who takes time out of their day to drive by, go out of their way? She said it was for work. You still have to find her address and go out of. I'm sure you don't work in the same block that Jules lives. Stop pretending you like Lindsay. Yeah, you stop pretending you know everything, Vault. Um, Lindsay has my phone number, which is more than I gave about from you. So shut up. So she took time out of her day to do that. Hold on. I'm not understanding what I'm not listening to E11, but Pet My Rock went in there already starting shit, making stuff up. Lack is a therapist, is the therapist patient. He's a patient, not the therapist. They are supporting you. What am I supporting, Vault? Oh, Tracy, you're not happily married to an amazing man of 36 years, or you wouldn't have held Clint by the hand and told him how to get a restraining order on his girlfriend. And then, hold on, let me tell my husband I'm going to go to court with this man from YouTube, and I'm just going to go to court to help him get a restraining order. How many of your husbands would be okay with that? Because my husband would be like, don't get involved. How many of your husbands would be okay with that? And how many of you would even get involved to help somebody from YouTube to get a restraining order against his girlfriend? You must have some boring life if you had the time to do that, Tracy. Oh, Walt, I don't give a shit what you do. Honestly. Jealous of what, Tracy? That you went with Clint? Going there, you think that's anybody's jealous of that? My husband would be like, no, mind your own business. These are the people who are more involved, and it's just not only about YouTube. It's about getting involved the way they do. Maria supported Cree possibly calling the police on George. I still support Cree calling the police on George. I support anybody who calls the police on somebody who's harassing them and doxing them like George is. Absolutely, 100%. And I never said I called the police on Amber. I said I made a report on George. And it wasn't the police, it was the FBI IC3 report. Because if he wants to say that he was porn bombing and he admitted to it, I sent it just like I sent one on Ann now, because what they're doing is illegal. And everybody should be reporting everything that's done illegally. Absolutely. Go ahead and do the Miami Police Department saying Janet Sue. It's not doxing. That's her real name. That's the biggest pick me stunt. The thing is that these people like to harass you and they want you to stay quiet. They want to intimidate people into being quiet and accepting what they do to you. And they don't like when they're being told, no, this is not okay. It's not okay for you to be talking about my grandchildren in your chat. And then I come on here and say, if you do it to mine, I'll do it to yours. And then I'm the bad person. It's not okay to do that. And she can't control what Rainbow does, but she can. I've seen it many times. I've seen Sophie even say, hey, I know, but don't, we're not talking about that here. And please, I'm just going to delete the comment. And I've seen Jules do that too. And they delete the comment. And that would have been the end of the story. That would have been the end of the story. But it's not the first time that it happens in E11's chat. Tracy M recorded a police station, something about Jen. Tracy's done a lot of shit. Tracy's the one who had another account in my two accounts in my on my IG. One was hers, and then she was using a picture of an older woman. And she said it was a troll account. So both of them followed me. Why would you have two accounts following unless you're not doing bad shit? Hold on a second. You know what, Amanda? I'm going to post what the judge said. I'm going to get that transcript too. And I'm going to show everybody what the judge said about you. How about that? And I still have all the ROs and everything on my email. Hold on. How did that? Give me a second. Hold on. Hey, Star, is your husband still screaming at you? That was so embarrassing. Shut up and get offline. Whoop, she went offline. Can you imagine going to visit friends, and she was online on a live, and her husband came and screamed at her. Like, you're supposed to be visiting friends, not on YouTube, on a panel, not even in chat, on a panel, on panel. How embarrassing. They have a great relationship. Great relationship. Hold on, let me see if I can, if the screenshot is on this phone or is it on the phone that I had. Hold on, because I want to see it. Let me check real quick. Nope, it's on the phone that I'm live, but I'll post it right after. So next time you think twice. All this is because of you, Rainbow. Maybe I am in Florida, Maria. How would you know? I don't give a fuck if you're in Florida, Rainbow. You're still a piece of shit. Why would I care if you're in Florida or not? Honestly, what does that even matter if she's in Florida? She's still garbage. Star deleted her and Mims' channel. She sure did, because she got jealous of Mims. Because Mims had more popularity than Star. People were hating on Star. That's what happened. And then and 11 before Sue, Janet Sue, before you make fun of other people calling them names, look in the mirror because you do that video, you do that filter thing because you got something going on with your face, either some type of accent or something, and you hide that from people. So maybe that would have humbled you not to be the bitch that you are online. Listen to Zeus. Maria was given a lifetime RO against Amanda. Zeus, can you count? Do you know the difference between 1 year and lifetime? Do you know that difference, Zeus? A lifetime. Can you imagine? How are you, big hair? I'm just here about triggering the crazy chicken lady. Uh, oh no, Vault, you're wrong. Saying I mentioned Ease first. It was in her chat. She's responsible for her chat. All I said was that if she doesn't want for me to mention her family, don't let them mention mine. And then she went and read my community tab and kept going. That's when I went live. Maria has another RO coming her way. By you, Amanda? By you? Try it. Try it, Amanda. I would love for you to try it. Yeah, her name is Janet Sue. Her middle name is Sue. Remember she was saying that I doxed her daughter and that never happened? She never showed proof that I had doxed her daughter because she made a mistake and she couldn't say, oh no, she didn't dox my daughter. I'm Janet Sue. She ran with it just like Habanero did when she said she had that I doxed her daughter and um it was a picture from the internet. It was not nobody's daughter. And Janet Sue, I had said Janet Sue and she ran with it that it was her daughter and it was really just her. To this day I don't know her daughter's name and I don't care to know her daughter's name. My problem is with her. But she sure did run with it, had like a 3-hour live lying to people about it. Bunch of assholes. Hey, Louisiana, I'm sorry if I didn't say hi. I was just trying to catch up on their shit because I have to record it. Do what you have to do, Janet Sue. You don't know how to respect people. I got enough ass to donate a whole. Is anybody going? Does anybody know if Jules is going live later today? Look, Pet My Rock. This reminds me of John's old meltdowns. He's now the call one. Let that sink in. All right, pets. Pet My Rocks, yeah. I'm so glad that you're not in my DMs anymore crying about how Generva's picking on you and how Generva's doing this and Generva's doing that, and it was all lies. You don't know how much this PMR lied to me about Generva doing shit to her. She even had me believing that there was a picture of inside of PMR's car, and she said that Generva took it. And I'm like, you guys aren't even in the same state. How did this shit happen? She's like, she's got people everywhere. Everywhere, I tell you. That picture was not, I never took it. I never gave it to nobody. Generva took it. And I was like freaking out that should I like break my phone and throw it in the way because I'm so scared of Generva. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, shut up, Brooke. Shut the fuck up. Are you drinking again like always? I hope it's on with you. I hope it's on because I'll take you on 10 times harder than you. You don't know the shit I have on you, bitch. You want to go hard? Wait till people find out what you've done behind the scenes. I've got all that shit on you. And I'm dying to get that shit off my chest. And you have no idea because I had nothing to do with it. But I do know everything you've done. Some people will be really shocked to get that information. And I've been dying to spill it. You know what? If Brooke spills anything or says anything, I'll go live again today because I've got a lot of shit to get off my chest that I think people would be interested in knowing. Yep, she is. And you don't know the half of it. You don't know the half of it. It's bad. And she's going to be like, oh man, I wish you wouldn't have said that. At this point, I don't owe anybody anything. I don't have to hide it from anybody. So yeah, bring it on, Brooke. Bring it on. I welcome it from you. I welcome it. Well, you guys, I'm going to go have dinner, but have a good rest of the night, whatever. And I might see you a little bit later on if I hear Brooke and her shit. So keep an eye out for when I go live again because I promise you the next one is even going to be twice as bad. Have a good Friday, everybody. Turns out PMR is one of the doing all the shit. Yep. Thank you for saying that. She lied to me for so long about you, and I appreciate that. Bye, everybody. I'm going to go eat with my imaginary husband. Take care.